Alright guys, today we finally have something official to talk about. Krampus Barou's awakening animation has been revealed, and now we know for sure that yesterday's video, as fun as it was, ended up being more of a joke from Melted than an actual leak. So today we're talking about what's actually real, what's confirmed, what's coming soon, and what this means for the rest of the Snowlock event. And trust me, after seeing this sneak peek, things are starting to make a lot more sense. Before we jump in, you already know the drill. If you enjoy these breakdowns, if you like staying updated on everything happening in Blue Lock Rivals, a like and a subscription genuinely help more than you think. It's free for you, and it boosts the channel like crazy. But anyway, let's get straight into it. So, the devs dropped the first official teaser for Krampus Barou's Awakening. Not the full thing, not the finished visual effects, just the raw animation without VFX and without the final sound design. The lead dev even said directly, please don't judge it too harshly yet, because this is still a work in progress. And honestly, that was a smart disclaimer, because the way sneak peeks work is simple. People always judge too early, and then when the final version drops with the proper VFX, everyone ends up loving it. So for now, we sit tight, enjoy the animation itself, and wait for the completed version once he officially releases in-game. But let's go back to something important. Yesterday, we talked about the crazy 3 modes idea. Offense, defense, and kill everything. And now it's officially confirmed that, yeah, that was Melted having fun with the community. The devs clarified that Krampus Barou won't have 3 modes, won't have 20 variations per mode, and won't be some impossible-to-balance monstrosity. Instead, he will be a limited style with a power level somewhere around world class, similar to how other limited styles like Elf Kaiser were handled. So yes, he will be strong, yes, he will be flashy, and yes, he will have good animations, but no, he is not going to delete every other style in the game. And honestly, that's probably for the best, because if we're being realistic, the game already struggles with balancing between U20 styles, NEL styles, evolutions, limited styles, and class-specific movesets. So making a style with 20 variations in mode switching would probably break half the ranked matches forever. And I know some of you were hyped for the chaos, but let's be honest. A stable meta is better than a completely broken one. Now let's talk about what we do know about his moveset. And this is where things get interesting. Some of you will remember Barou's very first style in the game. Before the reworks, before the new flow systems, back when the game was still in its early stages. He had a zigzag dribble move, and depending on who you asked, that was one of the strongest moves ever released at the time. It let you cut angles aggressively, reposition unpredictably. Back then, it was borderline broken, but in today's balance, with all the new movement tools, dashes, acceleration moves, flow boosts, and dribble chains, that original zigzag move would actually be perfect. It wouldn't be OP anymore, it would simply be fun. So, at least I'm hoping that Krampus Barou gets some variation of that iconic zigzag back. It fits his identity, it fits the Christmas chaos theme, and it gives him a recognizable Barou mechanic that older players will instantly remember. And honestly, I'm just gonna trust the devs. That move deserves a comeback. It was unique, satisfying, and stylistically perfect for him. And we also know something else. Krampus Barou will absolutely have a signature shot move. Every limited style gets one. Halloween Asagi had one, Elf Emperor has one, Frost Loki will have one, and so on. Barou is literally defined by his ego shots, so his Christmas version is guaranteed to have a powerful finishing move. Imagine a Krampus Devour shot, where he crushes the ball with a demonic animation. Something wild, something violent, something exaggerated and over the top. The sneak peek we got today already hints at that direction. The animation looks heavy and aggressive, even without VFX. Now let's talk about what this sneak peek tells us indirectly. First, it confirms that devs are already deep into production for Barou's limited style. Second, it confirms that he will most likely release this week, because they don't drop official sneak peeks unless the release is extremely close. And third, it confirms that Snowlock is going to continue at full speed. Because right after Barou, the next style is already being teased. And yes, that next style is Gingerbread Charles. Today, the polls exploded with questions about Charles. His animations, his VFX themes, whether gingerbread textures look better matte or glossy, what kind of camera angle fits his Rabona-style passes, how different his passing arc should be compared to his base version, and even whether he should get a completely new sky arc variation for the Christmas event. These aren't random polls. These are exactly the kinds of questions the devs ask right before starting final testing. Which means one thing, Charles is coming right after Barou. Maybe next week. Maybe even sooner depending on how quickly Barou is finalized. And personally, I think Gingerbread Charles is going to be one of the most entertaining limited styles visually. The devs love giving Charles exaggerated, high-skill, stylistic passing animations, and if they combine that with gingerbread, frosting, cookie cracks, and sugar particle effects, it's going to look insane. And don't forget, Frost Loki and Lavinia Claus are also still on the way. Snowlock is far from over. We are going to get multiple patches, multiple styles, multiple awakenings, and probably even mid-week surprises. The first week gave us Elf Emperor Kaiser. The second week will almost definitely give us Krampus Barou. And the third week? That looks like a double drop. Charles and Loki. Now back to Krampus Barou for a second. The most important takeaway from today's sneak peek is that his identity is becoming much clearer. Forget the 3 modes. Forget the 20 variations. That was just melted being melted. The real identity of Krampus Barou is shaping up to be something else. A strong, cinematic, aggressive, limited style with a world-class power level, a signature Christmas-themed awakening, and a moveset inspired by Barou's earliest mechanics but refined for modern gameplay. That's the version we're actually getting. And honestly, that's the version we should be getting. So yeah, to put it simply, don't put too much trust into anything from yesterday's video anymore. It turns out most of those leaks were actually jokes from the lead devs, especially Melted, who loves dropping chaos into the community. And honestly, I get why so many people believed it. It sounded insane, but at the same time just realistic enough to make you think, yeah, maybe they really are crazy enough to try this. I'll be real with you, even I bought into it for a moment. I genuinely thought Krampus Barou might actually ship with 3 different modes and 20 move variations, because with limited styles you never know what direction the devs will take. But now that everything is clarified, we can finally look at what's real instead of the fantasy version from yesterday. So let me end this with a question for all of you. Now that we have the real sneak peek, and now that the crazy leaks turned out to be jokes, are you more excited for Krampus Barou or less excited? Do you prefer the grounded, world-class style direction, or were you hoping for something completely unhinged? And who are you personally waiting for more in Snowlock, Barou, Charles, Loki, or Lavinia Claus? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, thank you for all the support, and I'll see you in the next video as soon as we get the next set of leaks.